Hi, welcome to Moment of Silence. I'm Naina Bhan.
I'm Sakshi Shivdasani.
On this experimental episode, we take a wild ride through internet hate, internet sauce, chat GPT fueled interpretations of what women should be like in India if they want to win at life, which we aren't doing so well. We also took in some of your AMAs and responded. It got a little unhinged. Check it out.
Why am I saying bye? Let's get into the episode.
There's something deeply wrong with me.
I agree, but why?
I don't know. I just feel like when I'm not playing the victim, I don't know if I'm feeling good about myself.
It is a fun game to play. Like, if I had one card, it wouldn't be an Amex. It wouldn't be a Visa card. It wouldn't be the Master card. It would be the victim card.
Yeah.
The female card.
Yeah, how dare she? She wants help on her periods. What kind
Disgusting,
of hypocrite,
vile woman.
self-reliant, self-independent lady would ask
Horrible.
for someone to help her on her period?
It's honestly pathetic that you would expect your partner who has promised to love and hold you forever to actually do something of
Yeah.
value when you're in pain.
Yeah, in sickness and in health, I think
Uh-uh.
not. When you're a corpse, then I'm gonna do you your last right. The end.
But if you're an independent woman, then why would you need it even when you were a corpse, Naina? Please, how dare you?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You're so right. Not my soul coming to perform my last rites.
Because you are independent. Remember that always.
You're gonna kill us or what, dude? इतना भी independent नहीं हो सकते that you don't have fucking any person in your life. You're like, oh, you're an independent woman. How dare you ask your mother
Stay
for
alone.
this?
Get a
Stay-
cat one day.
Live in a bubble.
Yeah.
Not just metaphorical. So,
An actual
an
bubble.
actual bubble on the edge of the ocean. That's the expectation now. It's either that or
Or
it's shadi.
yeah, sorry. Then you can't drive or anything. Just take all of your rights away. If
Yeah.
you either have all or nothing.
Yeah. So, Vrad, do you mind if we record this podcast? That's how
My
we
God.
start every day.
Wow, Naina, you're such a good actor. I was like, does she know Savrat's not in the room?
So yeah, so I mean, it's been really fun learning.
Yeah, we've gotten all the comments.
Yeah.
Like we've gotten whatever you can about like being a Besharam woman, and we have decided let's humor the haters, I guess, for not the haters, the men.
No.
So
Yeah, not even the men. Just the people who give us constructive
well-wishers.
criticism and the well-wishers.
the well-wishers.
Yeah. So we thought, chalo, we'll work on ourselves. Let's not go to therapy. Let's not go anywhere. Let's just go to Chat GPT, find out what it is that these amazingly sanskari women do, and see where are we failing.
Yeah.
Why are we lacking?
Yeah, we did an episode about how we were pick-me's. Now we will, more than a month later, go back to being like, oh, maybe we overcorrected. Maybe
Yeah.
it's time to become pick-me's again.
Yeah.
So we went to ChatGPT, like Naina said, and we are now, in the course of the length of this episode, going to become sanskari women.
I don't know if Chat GPT is like outdated or if this is actually what people are expecting, but this is crowdsourced from the internet, so maybe it makes sense. Societal expectations for young women of Indian heritage may include number 1, conform to traditional roles to preserve cultural norms.
Hot. What does that mean?
I have no idea what that means. What kind of traditional role does that mean? Like,
Look, I personally believe, and these are my personal beliefs, that when a man enters the room, you should look at the floor. Don't look a man in the eyes. I feel like that makes you a fucking red flag.
I agree.
I feel like if you actually respect a man, you will like not look him in the eye.
One second. Sushi's like,
Sushi, please,
Sushi,
you're a
come
man, so we're not telling you anything, but like, I think it's rude and disrespectful that you don't want to be a part of our podcast.
if we're supposed to conform to traditional roles, does that mean that I can carry lip gloss in my bag and nothing else and expect for my partner to pay for my
Actually-
entire meal, my life, my dreams, my everything? Because I don't mind. I really don't mind.
Well, honestly, Naina, I feel like putting a little shiny lip gloss on your lips is tricking the boys, and how dare you, witch?
Because I'm asking for it.
Yeah, no, obviously you're like catfishing them, and then when like finally you've trapped a man with your good looks,
And
you'll
my
take off your
juicy
lip
plump lip
gloss
gloss.
and they'll feel cheated
Yeah.
because how dare you? Like, clearly, this man is not capable enough to find out that shiny lips are not just something you were born with, so you've tricked a man. What kind of witch would trick a man with makeup? Like, I don't think it's sanskari to wear makeup.
I agree.
Yeah.
I don't know where this is going.
You just agree.
I'm just like, where does it end, right? What traditional roles do you want? Do you want it to be that your partner is just like completely like coming home before the sun sets, fixing up everything like
What do you mean coming home? How dare the
oh
bitch
sorry,
leave the
sorry.
house?
Do you want it that when your friends are over, like she's just sitting on the side serving like
Sitting with the men, sit on the fucking floor. What are you talking
like
about?
where does it end?
It doesn't start.
Okay, established. We failed at this one entirely.
What do
I
you mean? I have succeeded. I got the memo.
After this, you get a spike because you're like, finally, she's talking sense.
Like, woo.
The next point is to lighten your skin for social acceptance.
Okay, hear me out. What kind of fuck is like, oh, this person has a darker skin, so I do not want to talk to this. I don't want to socially accept them. Like, you gotta be twisted in the fucking brain to do that, right? Like,
I can't believe this is still a thing. Though I'm sure it still is a thing.
no, definitely. Like, all my friends in school that were darker skinned as well, they've spoken about how like they have been discriminated for their skin. And I know I was like fucking around earlier, but this really, like, I remember one time like in the beginning of when I started making content, I made a joke about like how Fair and Lovely changed their name, and it was like the equivalent of your ex saying they'll change. Like, the only the packaging has changed, the core is the same,
Yeah.
right? And someone was like, "A Fair and Lovely will never work with you." I was like, "Yeah, fucking hell!" Like, it's creating insecurity for no reason just to make money. I don't want to work with them anyway. And after that, like, everyone was a little scared of me for like rattling things. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Fucking Fair and Lovely.
Dude, you know what was really funny? Like, they were like, finally, a show like Class has representation because the girl who plays Koel is so dusky. I was like, 1 second, what? I am considered the dusky,
You're
like,
the
accept.
poster child, yeah.
I was like, really? We can't do better than this for representation? Are you fucking kidding me? Like,
Do we still have foundation shades across the board? Like, is that
no.
a thing? There's like 3 brands I can think of that have like more than 4 foundation shades.
You know, the funny thing is, like, of course, like in the States, people are coming up with huge shade ranges and they get a lot of pushback for not having darker skin tones. Indian brands that are making foundation are still catering to like a very skewed set of
Yeah.
shade range. So
Yeah.
what does everybody else like rub chalk on their face? Like, what is going on?
No, as an ideal woman, you should not,
Not
be
wear
wearing
makeup.
makeup.
Okay, failed
Guts.
again. Failed again.
Just feeling really
I
badly.
think our audience is onto
Please.
something.
Yeah.
The third point is suppress your cultural identity to assimilate. Which culture? That we are
What?
uncultured? Which, I don't know which culture.
Suppress your cultural identity of being an independent woman.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just serve a man.
But I really don't get, what does that mean?
I think that's meant for like an American Indian
For an American
audience.
Indian, right? Okay,
Yeah.
fine.
Chat
We
GPT,
passed. We
fucking
passed.
hell.
Okay. Career success is less important than family expectations.
Yeah.
Which family? My family only expects me to be great at my career.
My family only expects me to make 1 CR
Yeah, fair enough.
in savings.
You know, the hack to that is if you go
Sell drugs.
I was going to say the hack to that is you have to really make a fool of yourself. You hit such a low that after that, anything you do is an up. Now, anything I do, my family's like, good job, beta.
Great.
You are killing it at life. This is one level up from embarrassing us publicly.
Dude, when I did Supermodel of the Year, my parents were so embarrassed. You could see it on their face. They were like, fucking naak kata ke aaye. They still haven't watched the show, but they're like, ew, disgusting.
मेरे को इतना तो समझ आता है कि अगर करियर सक्सेस है ना तो और किसी चीज़ के लिए टाइम ही नहीं है.
Yeah, actually, like, that's the, like, why would you spend time doing something that's not a money making
Yeah. If I get
venture?
X amount of money for X deliverable and then I go home and I make zero money for 10 more deliverables, why would I want to do those 10 deliverables? For who?
Yeah, that, I mean, also, like, I get that it's a person.
Also, like, why can't it be both? Why can't you just like do your career and also do your family expectations? Like, I think we can balance both,
it's
right?
2024.
I see you like going through the week, making content, doing all the things that you have to do, and then making time over the weekend for your family. You go and meet Suvrat's family also. You take sushi and like to the
Go on
vet, to the
hikes.
spa, go on hikes. Like it all can fit. We can have
Yeah.
it all.
I mean, but as an ideal woman, I don't think I should be doing anything other than cooking in the kitchen for all days. I have decided
What have you decided?
that I'm going to be an ideal woman.
You
And
better learn more than Maggie and fried eggs. Though.
Oh, I can make
A
shin
protein shake.
ramyeon.
Oh shit!
Yeah, protein shakes. That's
Lock
my
her up
jam.
so
Yeah.
bad. Okay, fine. Do you think we made it? No, we didn't make it. We clearly failed at that.
I think we made it. I think we do balance our lives. Like, I, and not that I should be assertive. That's not very womanly of me. Sorry.
true.
I should not argue.
How do you like this? Be less assertive to be likable.
Yes. No, sorry. I don't know. Maybe. Whatever you say.
I feel like I've only entered soupy situations when I've been less assertive and
Yeah.
I've been so miserable
Yes.
because I just couldn't say no when I wanted to and I just could not say yes when somebody asked me a fucking question. And the one thing I've struggled with my whole life is being able to say no and someone respecting me saying no.
Yeah. It honestly, it feels like even if you are like assertive, you have to like double down because your first no is never a no. It's like always like when like I say no in professional situations, it's like, but why? And it's like,
It's
fuck
like no,
off.
but kar le na.
Haan. I know you don't want to,
But come on.
like, and
Yeah.
I hate that
I
fucking
hate that so much.
head nod also. Like, you know, that's like literally how people convince you with that fucking like, and then you're the problem, right? If like, I mean, I get it, it makes you unlikable to have boundaries, but like, you're not likable when you don't have boundaries. You're just a fucking doormat, right?
Especially when you're in front of the camera, I feel like there are entire teams in place to cajole you into
Yeah.
doing more than you're comfortable with. And then you have to be like a team player in a sport and just like say, okay. They're like, come
Yeah.
on, yeah, I know you don't want to do this, but just for 5 minutes, just
Just let's take the shot.
let's just take it. We'll remove it
Yeah.
later.
And
Don't
it's
worry.
never
It's
removed.
never. That's the shot that makes it. And
They're
then
like, money shot. We got it, guys.
back up. 100%. And even in dating, and most of the men I meet to this day, you can complain that I had bad taste before, but now I feel like I have pretty good taste. Even to this day, I meet so many men and they just do not take my no as a solid no. It's like a no and.
Dude, also, have you realized? I don't know whether this is just like a me thing, but if I'm deciding a place to eat with like my boyfriend, for example, I realize that we mainly end up eating where he wants to eat because I'm like, whatever, whatever. And like, if he really wants something, and I really want something, it ends up being me who compromises. Right? Like, I mean, I don't know whether, even with my dad, for example, like just men in general, because they are so like, but I don't want to compromise. And it's not like we can't order from two different places, but I'm like, okay, fine, wherever you're ordering from, I'll also order from there. Like, and then after a while, I was
Someone
like,
needs to be the peacemaking core, right?
yeah,
It's like a very like mom passed down thing where
right.
it's like zyada jig jig mat karo. If the group wants this, then you just order something from there,
Yeah.
or order the cheapest thing on the menu when you go out with your, with somebody else. You can't be the obnoxious person ordering on
No.
somebody else's bill, like some
Yeah, just
luxurious
just
item.
adjust. Yeah. And it's always like, I mean, like earlier when I was dating, I would end up like, I would be like, okay, I'm splitting the bill, so I'll
Yeah,
order whatever the fuck I want. And then the guy would like insist on paying the bill.
yeah.
Like, and I was like, but I don't want you to pay the bill. But he'd be insistent, and then I'd be like, fuck it, like, what am I gonna fucking fight in the middle of a restaurant? You pay it, and then you end up not hooking up with them, and it's like, Saali ne mere paise ka khana khaya. And it's like, uh, I offered to pay. What are you talking about? But like, that's their whole thing, right? That's the transaction.
Can I tell you something that happened to me at a job once? It was my first day, and we all get like assigned a buddy, like from the seniors who was supposed to take you around. And whoever I was assigned to, he brought me to the lunch table to meet the rest of the department. And I sat down, and the first thing he said to me, he pointed to another guy who was single at the table from our department. He's like, "You're single, she's single, you guys should date." That was his way to break the ice. And I was like, okay, I know if I'm assertive, it's going to be a tricky situation because I haven't met these people. Then they're going to like turn around and be like, that bitch can't
Yeah.
even take a fucking joke.
Loser.
So
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, no, actually, I have a boyfriend. How offensive. And then I kept like, he's like, so what does your boyfriend do? I kept building the story, etc., etc. And he's like, oh, nice, nice. 2 months later, we were talking again, and he was saying something. And I was like, oh, I was just kidding. I didn't actually have a boyfriend because that was so fucking weird of you to, have that
Yeah.
ice breaking. It was weird. He got so offended. He's like, you lied to me? You lied to me that you had a boyfriend and you didn't have a boyfriend? I'm so hurt. How can you make this kind of statement? I'm like, are you fucking listening to yourself
What
right
a
now?
fucking idiot.
I was like speechless at the end of that conversation. I'm like, you cannot win. If you're assertive, you're a bitch. If you try to take a patli gali,
Yeah.
you're still a bitch.
You're a bitch, bro. Like, that's just the
Failed.
thing. And you only had to say that because he would rather listen to an imaginary man's boundaries than
Than
the
mine.
woman sitting
Dude,
right
that's
there.
so true. It literally happened to me very recently where I very clearly said, I have a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Okay. This guy's like, okay, yes, and it's like fully like again, just like it is unfair if somebody has told you that they are not interested for you to bombard them with more flirting. I'm like, bro, how many different ways should I tell you I'm not fucking interested?
A few years ago, that goalkeeper thing came up. Like, all the guys were like, so what if she has a boyfriend? A goal has a goalkeeper, but a soccer
Ew.
player still scores. So, and now people
That's
use that
nasty.
pretty casually. And it's like, first of all, fuck off. Like,
So nasty. That is so nasty. Okay, how's this one? Your worth is tied to your appearance.
of course.
I feel this every day. I'm literally wearing a glutathione patch right now.
Really?
It's like my stomach rolls are pasted together because this patch has twisted.
Huh, that's interesting because I really have a lot of hairspray in my hair to not show my grays. So, who the fuck am I to talk?
Dude, 100% my self-worth is tied to my looks at all times. I think now it's become so subconscious that if I'm just in an environment where I'm feeling like I'm not looking good enough, my mood just goes off and I don't know what it is. And I'm like, oh fuck, the entire time it was that I was not looking according up to my expectations.
Yeah. One time I was rushed out of the house. Like, we were getting late to go somewhere, and like, in a hurry. I try to match my shoes and my bag, okay? Like, and in a hurry I was wearing like a brown bag and blue shoes or something. And I was sitting in the Uber and I was telling my boyfriend, because of you people are gonna think I'm ugly as fuck. And he was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, they're gonna be like, Sakshi's so not put together. Like, she's just like, she wakes up, gets out of bed and walks out. What a dumbass. And he was like, I don't think people are thinking about you that much. And I was like, you clearly don't get it. Like, I also feel like I get into a very tantrumy mood if I'm not looking good.
Dude, especially now when we have to go for like events and stuff, right? Where the thing with events, I don't mind making my own content, but I don't like when they shove cameras in your face and of all qualities and in bad lighting. How can I
Dude.
fend for myself if I'm already on the back foot? My face only looks good in
One
one light,
angle.
at one angle, in one light.
Dude, and the worst part is like, fuck the interviews, the photos, that's one thing. Sometimes you're in the background of somebody else's photo, and it's not happened with me, but like on Reddit, now they like zoom into some background, may someone, and then post the photo that the person posted on Instagram, and they be like, oh, Instagram versus reality. Babe, everyone has fucking bad angles. Like, I mean, tum karke dikhao. Like, it doesn't sit right with me, because I even on these like, sometimes like, have you met any influencers IRL? And it's always like, oh, she's so much prettier in person, or she's so much uglier in person, and it's like, stop it.
That's why I'm just overcompensating with my personality. I'm like, that'll shine in every direction. But I'm sick of putting up the facade that, oh yeah, I don't care. I really don't care if I'm not looking good, because it's about what's on the inside. In a world that's only rigged for what's on the outside, I'm not playing that game. Sorry.
When Lola Parusa happened, I was like actively heat stroking one day. You were with
Same,
me,
yeah.
yeah. And I was like, the entire time I was smiling, because I was like, I don't want people to think I'm a bitch. Like,
Yeah, I saw you.
IRL.
I thought she was on drugs. I'm like, it's so hot.
I was just like with a smile on my face, and then like just like a pleasant expression in case someone's eye contact happens and they're like, oh, she looked at me like I was a bitch. Like, I was just like, there's no way I'm not going to be caught like that. So I was just like in a G mood in my head. There was a migraine. Like, I would like to come across as approachable. That's my way. Just like a plastered smile on my face.
So do you think we won this point? We're
Yeah,
both
yeah.
significantly shallow.
Vain. Yeah.
Vain. Amazing.
And
Okay.
one time I was like dating an actor, like he's not a famous actor, like he was struggling back in the day, and we went to a cafe and we both were like kind of having a silent argument of who wants to sit where we can see ourselves in the mirror. That's when I knew I was vain as fuck.
Okay. Hide your intelligence to avoid being intimidating to others. Look at us, dude. Every Friday for 1 hour, we hide our intelligence just for you guys.
Tricked, yeah.
Tricked, yeah.
We're actually really smart. Like PhD.
I love playing this charade because it's fun. You sit in a room, and if somebody's older than you or the opposite gender to you, they give you unsolicited advice.
Yeah.
And when the combination happens of older and the opposite gender, the advice lasts 1 hour. It doesn't matter if they have nothing to do with your profession. They might be chartered accountant, but they'll tell you about which makeup you should use. I'm like, boss, kahan se?
Dude, I was at this family function recently, and there was this uncle, okay? He like sits me down and he was like, it's great that you are posting videos on Instagram, but have you thought about getting a job? And I was like, mother chose.
Dude, I met this relative of mine recently. I think, what the issue is, that I like to keep peace and I like to keep things light, okay? Trauma response, I call it a personality.
Yeah, I love
And
it.
I'm like, okay, I just like to laugh, be the butt of the joke. So whenever I'm meeting my family, I keep it super light. My relatives have mistaken this as me not having a job or not having any ambition. I'm like, but don't. I was like, Auntie, don't worry. I've actually got like, 5 different ventures going. I've invested money. I've, got this. I've done that. She's like, yeah, but you need to figure out some kind of responsible way of tapping into your future. You can't make this content forever. What? How much could a paid partnership really pay you? I'm like,
In case you don't know.
yeah. I had to literally like show her my like account to be like, see,
I have
I'm
money.
not broke. I have a plan.
No, I just say yeah sometimes because I'm like, ठीक है bhai, like whatever. But it is annoying. Like this uncle that I'm talking about, he was like, a lot of young girls look up to you. Don't you think it would be beneficial if you had a career and they were looking up to someone with a career? And I was like, yeah, it would. That's actually a great idea. How would you recommend that I fucking make money? And he was like, have you tried doing an MBA?
I was like, why the fuck would I do an MBA? I'm literally like in business with an MBA person. Somebody went to Harvard and is making the same money as me. Fuck off. Like, what the fuck? Wouldn't you give it to me for connecting my self-worth to the way I look and then managing to turn that
Monetize
into,
it, yeah, selling feet pics on the internet. Bro,
No one told you how to get there. They just wanted you to get to the destination. 50 feet pics later, I'm here, baby.
I'm here, yeah. I'll sell my bathwater if that's what it takes. A business is a business. If I make $2 million a year selling bathwater or like feet pics, why am I not as much of a businesswoman as a CFA person?
What's a CFA?
I don't know.
It's a CFO.
No,
Stop
CFA
hiding your intelligence.
CFA is a exam. Yeah.
Oh,
it's a-
I thought you were talking about a CFO, like a chief
the
financial
CFO is
officer.
buying my bathwater.
Okay, that was me hiding my intelligence. Sorry. Okay. Value yourself based on your relationship status.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're not married by 23, you're just a hag.
I am number one because I am the only one in my life. And I assign great value to that.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. No, I feel like because I'm not married and I'm like haggard now because I'm 27 almost, and like I just have no value. I'm just a corpse. I'm sitting there sad, crying every night while I knit, waiting for some man to ask my father for my hand in marriage.
If you're gonna like assign it to my relationship with my parents, I'm a
Slaps.
millionaire.
Yeah.
Slaps it. If you're gonna assign it to my relationship with my audience, I'm Kangal. They all hate this podcast. If you're gonna assign it according to my relationship with Sakshi, it's only fake.
No, it's very real.
It's
but-
crypto. It's volatile.
It's crypto. It is volatile. But if you're going to assign it to my relationship with my dog, it's hot. It's there. It's
I was gonna say
trending.
overcompensating, but
It
sure.
is overcompensating.
Don't express your opinions too strongly. We'll go.
Unless you have big tits and you can push them up
Yeah,
and be
yeah.
like,
I do.
please.
Let's not fight.
Guys, I get so scared when you fight. Please stop. I feel like every time you show a man that you're helpless now, like if there's no other way, you have to play the woman card.
Yeah. I played with cops, and once I
Same.
played it in to get to a pandal during Durga Puja. I was like, मेरे को नहीं पता पंडाल किधर है, please मदद कर दो. Then I got free pandal food.
Do you know I haven't given a driving license test? I didn't have any of the documents. I just showed up for the appointment and I was like, कौन सी documents चाहिए? No, I literally didn't see a car for my driving test. I just told the cop like, आप मेरे लिए printout लेके आएंगे. He went and got all the printouts for me. He said आप इधर बैठो. I was the first in line and like I had reached the last. Even my passport, I went to the office and I was like, ये कैसे करते हैं? And then like he took me to get my Aadhaar card verified and all of that, and it's just easier, you know, because men see like an abla nari and they're like, I gotta protect her. This dumbo, this sweet dumb thing.
Hide your intelligence, always. Always.
It has its merit.
Avoid STEM fields, they're not for women.
STEM meaning
You actually know? You don't?
I do.
Okay, thank God.
Science,
Shrink.
tech,
Okay.
education, and math, right?
I don't know what the E stands for.
The E stands for entertaining.
Engineering and math.
Engineering.
I was a
and math.
humanities student with no trace of maths also, so
I was in finance.
how's that going for you, babe?
Inflation is what happens when you blow a balloon. Interest is what my ex lost in me.
Mitochondria is who you lost your virginity to.
Mitochondria is just what happens when things might.
Okay, basically, don't do STEM subjects if
don't
you're a
use
woman.
them.
There's no point taking that seat if you're gonna leave it to get married. That's
Also, ladies, yeah.
let a more dedicated and hardworking man take your seat, please. Give it
Also,
where it
you know,
needs to
what's
go.
the point? You're going to get stressed because you have a big STEM degree and a STEM exam to study for. And then you're going to get stress wrinkles, and no man is going to marry you.
Hide your intelligence.
Hide your intelligence. It's your biggest weapon.
Take it to the grave. Fight it in the afterlife. Just, you think heaven is ruled by
When
a
you
bunch of
bury
really
yourself because you're independent.
All she does is crib and complain and whine. She suddenly hates the smell of literal ramen, all because I don't share food with her. Bitches about me everywhere and pretends to be my friend. She is a jealous, jealous bitch. I sprained my foot, and instead of helping me with food, she completely ignored me like, what the fuck? I mean, what the fuck, woman? She listens to my calls, asks people later what I was talking about. Such a low life bitch.
You know, two women can just not be friends. I think it's her fault for rooming with a girl instead of being married by 22.
Listen, if you had fought with your parents hard enough to live with your boyfriend, you would not be having these
Right,
problems. So I
yeah.
think it's a you problem for not being able to fight for your rights better.
And if you don't have a boyfriend, that means you're not desirable. So work on that. I have a fun one.
Yeah.
Santa wants to go down the other chimney. Sisters, please help. Partner wants to go up the smelly end. We've only been together for 5 months now, and it isn't really exclusive, but he strongly suggested alternate positions. I didn't anticipate some dude wanting to walk down my one-way street, but I'm open to new walks. He says he finds my derriere irresistible. I do my squats, and promises to be gentle and kind. His obsession started after we sexted, and I shared some unconventional selfies. I never say no to my partners. I feel it's my duty to fulfill even their wildest fantasies so long as they fulfill mine, which he does. But with this specific request, I'm just worried it will be painful and messy. Ladies who have been there, done that, I really want to do this for him. What should I do to prepare? How can I make it fun for both of us? I'm young, I'm petite, so not very large, and I have an hourglass figure. Will that affect how things fit inside? This is written by a fucking man. This is for sure. I'm petite, and I have an hourglass figure, and I never say no to my partners. No fucking way a woman has written this. This is just bait.
I was going to be like, well, ho, ho, ho. Yeah, I mean, if it is your duty, then it's your
It's
duty.
your
You
duty.
have to serve the nation.
Yeah. Do you know it really tipped my world when I found out that in doggy style guys can see your asshole?
What did you think the viewfinder ended?
You shut their eyes. Started shaving my ass.
Generally, my mom responds after each episode, but I feel like after this one,
She's staying
she's
out
gonna
of it.
ghost me.
No, but there's no way. This is, correct me if I'm wrong. What fucking, first of all, this person is clearly a writer with their.
I was just gonna say, what a flair for the English language. And do you want to write our posts and our newsletter that we're going to come up with, but have been
40
procrastinating?
metaphors for getting fucked in the ass, literally.
Yeah, I was like, shit.
One-way street.
Listen, if he's fulfilling all your fantasies, have you gone up his chimney? Why don't you try there first?
Just strap a dildo on and go there. Like, yeah. That's my advice to this man who's clearly written as a fetish. I'm convinced there's no woman that writes like this. I'm young, I'm petite.
Will anything go up my hourglass?
Yeah. Will it hurt more if I have a 25-inch waist and a 36-inch booty? And big tits? Perky.
Chal, we're on such a roll कि 2-3 advice दे के ही चलते हैं.
Unsolicited.
Fully.
But there, fully there.
So we put an Ask Me Anything on IG a few days ago, and we got some interesting advice.
Yeah.
Questions. Should we get into it?
Let's get into it.
You asked for this.
Yeah, like,
you asked.
and it's you guys, like one of you. So judge yourselves.
Yeah. You want to start?
Yeah. Hi, Sakshi and Naina. I've been dating a guy for a year, but he doesn't want to be exclusive. He keeps telling me things like his mom would love me and his friends would love me, but I have never met anyone from his life except him. A couple of weeks ago, I found another Instagram account with a different name, but his photo with another girl as the profile picture. I asked him and he told me that that account is a fake account, but got really angry when I said I'll message that account to take it down, and fights with me that I don't trust him and that's why he doesn't want to be exclusive with me. What do you think I should do? Babe.
I feel like the answer is in the question.
I feel like this person has just taken their brain out, kept it on their nightstand, and gone to live their life.
There is okay, this is surpassing Delulu levels for us also.
Yeah. I don't know what you want us to say.
So here's the thing. If you suffer from low self-confidence like I have in the past, then when somebody love bombs you and like grants you the moon and the stars, you're like, wow, I'm like getting this head rush of emotions. But the first impression is always the worst impression and the impression of sheer truth. So to me, this guy sounds like a total dick bag. So
Yeah, also like,
you can do better.
yeah. And he's not giving you the moon and the stars. Y'all have been dating for a year, but y'all aren't exclusive. And you have all the problems plus 10 of relationships. But you don't have a boyfriend. So why are you putting up with this shit? What are you getting from this? Clearly, he's lied about his name also, is what I'm getting from
Yeah,
this.
it's not sounding very promising.
No. Do better.
Hey, this is one thing ticked off your vision board. It's all coming together.
Oh my god, yeah.
You wanted to like
Fuck
break
it
a
up.
couple up this year. There you go.
Except this is not a couple. I
That's
don't know
true.
what
This
to
is not
tell
a
you.
relationship. I know you can do better. You owe yourself better.
Try.
If you're listening to this podcast, you deserve a lot more.
Come on. And when you were typing this out at any point, did you think, what the fuck is my life? Or you're just feeling like a ballerina?
We're here to support you. Either way, no judgment.
No judgment, but I am
A little judgy.
side-eyeing you.
Okay. I'm being bullied by this girl in my office. It all started when her office crush flirted with me. It pissed her off. She made my life hell. Now I found out that she slept with the boss whose wife works in our office. This is a development. What should I do?
Bro, go fucking scorched earth. Tell the wife.
Yeah,
Go
you tell
for
the
it.
wife.
Yeah, fuck it up, bro. First of all, she's making your life hell knowing that she's got. Like, don't throw stones if you live in a glass house, I would say to that girl. And she's built a house of fucking origami. Just fucking crumple it. Fuck it.
I wouldn't be the one to say anything.
No?
Yeah. I'll tell you why. You know, I've done this in the past. Like, I have given my friends who've asked for my advice, like, they're like, okay, I think I want to break up with my boyfriend. What do you think I should do? And then I'm like, yeah, you can do a lot better. He sucks.
Yeah.
And then 2 weeks later, they're still together. And
And
then
you're cut out.
and I'm cut out, or the guy looks at me like he knows I shat on him. So yeah, I'm not going to be the one to break that news to my boss or his wife or anybody, but I am very certain that what people have coming comes to them. So that
You
girl's
would
days
just
are
leave it on
numbered.
the universe.
Yeah, or I'll maneuver it through somebody else. That information, it's not coming from my mouth for sure.
Chinese whispers.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
by the time it reaches the wife, the girl and the boss are actually married in secret. Have a
much.
child on the way.
Pretty much.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
I would tell the wife.
I don't think you should make, like, if you're the a big misconception is that you should make besties with the people you work with. I think you should always have a professional friendship with the people you work with and leave that at 6 p.m. and come home to the rest of your life. Like, just believe me, because one day in the future, one of you will get promoted, or one of you will have like something happen at work, and then you will be the one called upon to support them in an over them
That's
professional
true.
way.
That's why as soon as the cameras go off, Naina and I fuck off. We stop
I
existing.
mean, I would even like it's not even a lie.
Yeah.
At this point.
We've
Yeah.
only ever spoken on camera.
That's true.
I keep seeing my boyfriend's likes under thirst traps on Instagram. He always says I'm overreacting if I bring it up and that it's just Instagram. So it means nothing and I shouldn't feel bad. Am I the crazy one? Please help. Huh. Do you think liking booty pics on Instagram is a red flag?
Yes, I do.
Same. I would argue that it's full blown cheating.
Maybe it's not a red flag, but it's definitely up there in that like palette.
You know, I'm like, see the photo, like it in your head.
Yeah,
Why
do
you
you
gonna
have to
embarrass
Yeah,
me,
why do you have to
bro?
go there and tap it?
If I can see X and 40 others like this booty pic, you best believe my friends can also see it. And don't put me in a position where I have to
explain.
defend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I mean, you know, the other thing is also when they go and like that picture, it is the exact opposite of what you personally look like or exist as.
Yeah.
And then you're like, what? This Cheetos covered t shirt isn't doing it for you? I thought I was really bringing my A game.
Yeah, no, you're not crazy for sure. You're definitely justified. That being said, do better.
Have you ever, like, can I ask you something? Like, is your Instagram filled with hot men?
It's not.
Do you follow hot men?
No.
Yeah, I don't either. Like, I
Yeah.
don't. Maybe I know that the like Instagram pushes like naked women content onto men's news feeds.
Yeah.
But no one asked you to subscribe.
That's true. Okay, so I know that if you make a new account on Instagram, like even with moment of silence and all, the first few days it's hot girls on your feed.
Yeah.
But eventually it starts like being catered to your likes and dislikes. And you know, as an experiment, I did take my boyfriend's phone recently and I was like, let's see what's on his feed. He knew I was checking his phone. It was just like food.
It's two consenting adults.
Yeah, but like there is a way to eventually fuck the algorithm of hot girls. So
If you want to.
if you want to.
Yeah.
Like obviously if you like open a fucking photo and like it, it's going to show more of that. That's why you also like and subscribe to our content. But yeah, you're not crazy. He's definitely using Instagram and these
Being
girls
questionable as
to-
fuck.
Yeah.
Here's what's acceptable with internet etiquette. You can like your mom's photos and you can like photos of your girlfriends with their boyfriends.
Yeah.
Anything in the middle has to be a birthday photo or nothing else.
Or a meme by like puberty or some
Yeah,
shit.
that's it. That's all you get. That's all you get. Okay, here's a spicy one. I signed into a fetish website for fun
For fun.
and I found a guy with a familiar name. Did a LinkedIn check and it turned out to be someone who worked at my dad's office. I don't know what she wants us to do.
She just had a
It's just
spicy
information.
story and
She's
she
like, I
can't tell
yeah.
anyone.
She's like, who can I tell? Let's tell these two girls who no one trusts on the internet. He wanted to be dominated.
Ooh. You tell your dad goes and starts bossing him around at work.
He's like, I only respond to female authority actually in his latex corset.
Wouldn't the dom be wearing the latex
Yeah,
skirt?
that's what I'm saying. Oh, shit, no. Depends. I don't know how you like to deal with your subs.
Just wear a latex skirts and carry a whip but be submissive. Oh my god, imagine like honestly if my kid came across like my colleague on a website, I would like them to tell me just so I would know the secret about my colleague.
Use it against them. Dude, I was on Reddit once and I don't know how I reached Swingers of Gurgaon. I spent like 45 minutes on Swingers of Gurgaon. I'm like, damn.
Wow.
I'm such a prude. Like, I was getting so scandalized by this entire culture.
Dude, I have this one friend, every time she like gets on a dating app, she'll get like say 5 guys, 5 girls, and then 40 couples looking for threesomes. I don't know if the user base of dating apps has just changed, but there are a lot of couples on there looking for threesomes.
At this point in time, I would trust a couple over a dude for safety. I don't know if that's rooted in fact or just my women's intuition.
Listen, I feel like if a couple is on a dating app looking for a threesome, they have nothing to lose. So I wouldn't trust either of them.
This is why I'm not on dating apps.
Yeah, that's true. Me neither.
Do you have any more?
No.
That's it. The end.
I mean, those are the spicy ones. We got a lot like, oh, I'm still fucking my ex. And now that's old news, right? Like, you're not special if you're fucking your ex. You're a stereotype. Stop fucking your ex. Yeah, these were the spicy ones. But maybe we'll do a segment like this weekly or something.
Yes.
Because I do like listening to your unhingedness quite a bit. So, yeah, send us some. We'll pick and choose. Make it interesting. We're not in the business of being boring. So,
We say
check
after
yourself.
4 hours of NG content. But we're curious to see where this episode goes and all the other episodes on our schedule. So if you have any ideas, because we're running out of them clearly, comment them down below and we'll do full episodes. Moment of silence for everyone on the internet. No one's contributing to anything
Yeah,
important.
moment of silence, just for content in general, moment of silence. And we shall see you next week.
Bye.
Mic drop.